there everyone, my name is Haley and welcome back to the Flock SMP. Now we are starting off in the lighthouse today because, as you may or may not be able to tell, we have been hit with yet another prank. Um, so let's go. I already have seen this because I was AFK, came up from my slime farm, and suddenly there were sea pickles all over my base. So let's go investigate this. Let's read these signs. Dear Pixie, it seemed as if your island was not very full of life, so I decided I would help you out. Now there is plenty of plant life on the island for you to care for. Hope you take good care of them, from Taco. So it looks like Professor Taco has littered my island with sea pickles, which is just great. I think they really complement the sand very, very nicely, and they definitely don't look disgusting at all. They're great. I love them. Obviously, it's all just a joke. I actually kind of was looking for sea pickles, so this is a really good thing. So actually, genuinely thank you, Taco, for the sea pickles, because I will definitely be putting them to good use in my base. But we're gonna have to clean up this prank in a little while, probably off camera, because today I want to focus on this episode on doing some other projects, one of which is to complete my rocket production goal, which, if you remember from last episode, we made the sugarcane farm, which is 1/2 of our rocket production. The goal is that we can produce our own rockets and be able to fly with our Elytra whenever we want and for however long we want without having to worry about buying rockets anymore. So rockets take paper, which of course the sugarcane farm, and they take gunpowder. So today we will be building our mob farm to get all kinds of mob drops, including gunpowder. But before we do that, I want to go on a little bit of an adventure, one that involves a looting 3 sword, splash potions of fire resistance, and a nether fortress. So if you can guess, which I'm sure you all can because you're very smart, you probably can guess where we're heading. We are going off in search of wither skeleton skulls so we can spawn a wither, get ourselves a beacon, and make this whole process of digging out the castle and the mob farm a lot faster. So while I am heading over to another fortress, I would like to also update you guys on some other things that have been going on in the server, so please enjoy these next couple of clips where I go through the little things that have been updated off camera, and then hopefully once I return I will be at another fortress. Alrighty, so pretty much all of the updates have been at spawn. As you can see, there's a little bit of something going on in the spawn center little pond thing. Not a whole lot. This is definitely not the finished product, but we have some fish, a little bit of grass, and I added some lights in here. And then also, the spawn nether portal is now down here in this nice little cave, which again needs a little bit of extra detail and stuff. I did go through with stone or cobblestone slabs and walls and whatever, put that stuff around to decorate it a little bit, but it definitely needs just a little bit more details and stuff in here. But that is the spawn nether portal now, the official location for it. And then the other things that I wanted to update you on at spawn are I added a lot more pathways and also terraformed the land a little bit, so there's a lot more flat areas. Like before, this whole like hill kind of stretched out to here. I got rid of a lot of it, made some of it a little bit more flat so that more shops are going to be able to be there. I also terraformed that hill quite a bit, just because this whole mountain, this whole side over here was a huge mess, and it was just like there is no way anyone would be able to build anything here with the way it was. So I spent quite a bit of time, cleaned it all up. Especially like this edge over here, like this was all a mess, and I'm definitely glad it looks a lot better now, and there's a lot more room for shops and stuff. I haven't finished adding in all the leaves yet, just because I haven't been able to, or I haven't felt like going and shearing a bunch more, but for now, this is what the spawn is going to be, and I'll probably leave it like this for a while until we get some more shops in and the space gets filled up again, and then we'll expand on a little bit more. And then also the final thing is this little shop right here is actually a shop that I built. It is a wood shop. Sells all the different kinds of wood. A lot of it is sold out at the moment, so we need to go get some more of that. But wood gathering is very, very tedious. Like, it's such an annoying thing to do. So I'm actually partnered on this shop with Tex, who lives in a jungle, hence why the jungle log chest is completely full. So whenever we sell jungle wood, we will split the profits with him. And then, excuse me, sorry about that. Once I think he's planning on making a wood farm or tree farm at his base, just like I have some trees growing at mine, and so we'll both be supplying wood for all the different types, and then we'll split all the profits. But for now, he's supplying some jungle logs, so all the jungle profits will be split with him. And then, tiny update, I'm also selling slime blocks now as well, and not just the slime balls, because I feel like a lot of people need a little bit more slime than just one stack. So that is that. I'm going to stock this up a little bit, make it look all fancy like so, and then we'll get a couple more stacks of slime balls in there as well. And that should be just about good. So I'm going to go ahead and finish stocking that up. That should be good. So one stack is 1 diamond, 1 stack of blocks is 6 diamonds. So if you buy a stack of blocks, you're really saving 3 diamonds, like if you were to buy it that way instead of buying all of the stacks individually. So yeah, that is that. I think that is everything to update you guys on. So let's head back to our journey to the Nether Fortress. All right, so as you can see, we are now in a Nether Fortress. And hopefully we can get these skulls as quick as possible, because I really hate the Nether. Like, it is my least favorite place. Oh, hello, all of you lovely wither skeletons. Please drop a skull for me. That would be just lovely. They're probably not going to, though, because I have such bad luck with wither skeletons for some reason. I have no idea why. But anyway, I've been killing them here for a few minutes now. Haven't gotten any luck, unfortunately, but hopefully if we keep going here we'll be all right. And I also made sure to put my least valuable gear and tools with me, just because I really don't feel like losing a pair of elytra in lava or something, because that has happened to me before. It probably would happen again if I was dumb and decided to bring them back into the Nether, but luckily I try to not be dumb as much as I possibly can be, which, you know, most of the time doesn't really work, but whatever. Let's continue on trying to get some of these skulls. I will update you guys once we have one. You guys, we have done it. I have 3 wither skulls, as you can see right here. It took about 3 hours to get them, and I did die, lose a few items, but luckily nothing too important was lost. I am so ready to take on this stupid wither and just be done with this. So I'm going to go ahead, put on some of my good old armor, take my elytra off, because I really don't feel like losing those, and I don't think we'll need them down here. So go ahead, put that away. I don't really need any of this on me. Okay, so I've spent some time doing some potions and stuff. I've got 1 fire resistance potion left for my Nether expedition, so that'll be in case like lava starts to pour in or something, if the wither explodes something, and then lava's behind it. That's just in case of that. I've got a bow. I'm going to put away my axe and my shovel. I don't think I'll need that, and I'm actually going to get my, oh, I don't think I brought my backups pickaxe, so I guess we'll take this one. And then, let's see, because I don't want to lose my fortune one either, so I guess we'll go with Silk Touch. I've got my bow, I've got a Smite 5 sword. This should hopefully be pretty good at killing this guy. Got plenty of food. Actually, I'm going to get another stack in my inventory just to prepare. Or maybe I'll just take a stack, leave this little bit behind. I got a couple golden apples, potions of regeneration, strength, night vision, and healing, just to cover all my bases. I think we're ready. I can't think of anything else that we're gonna do. So I'm in my strip mine this way, or my base is that way, but I'm in my strip mine right now. So we're gonna go over this way a few blocks and create a little room for this guy. Maybe right about in here. I don't want it to be too close to my stuff, where he could come and try to get it. So I'm going to kind of dig in this way a little bit, maybe do a little bit of a zigzaggy pattern, so that it makes it harder for him to come out and attack me. I also need to get a torch real quick because I can't see what I'm doing. Also, you may have noticed we now have Optifine, which means dynamic lights work. So that's a cool thing that I feel like I should mention. All right, let's go ahead, dig out a little room here. Not anything too big. I don't want this to be, I don't want him to have the mobility to move around as much as he wants. I want him to be kind of confined in here. So maybe just another couple blocks this way and maybe one more back, I think will be okay. A little 5x5 room. I think that's sufficient enough. Maybe we'll punch out the ceiling just a bit more as well to make sure he doesn't like, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. He's gonna blow it up anyway, right? So let's do this. I'm also gonna drink one of my night vision potions so that we don't have to worry about the torches or lighting up anything around here. Let's go ahead and, all right, we're gonna drink our night vision. Oh, please, thank you. All right. And I guess we'll drink a strength too, because that also lasts for 8 minutes. And then the other ones will be more for emergencies. So if we're really low on health, we'll drink a regeneration or a healing and maybe eat an apple. I think this is as good as we're gonna get. I think it's just time to go for it. Honestly, there's, I mean, nothing else we really can do. So let's go ahead, spawn this guy in. And 1, and 2, and 3, and run. Oh gosh, I hate fighting the Wither. It's always so scary. Alright, wait for him to explode. Please, please explode. There we go. Alright, alright. Hi. How are you? Oh gosh, where are you? Hi, bud. What's going on? You having a fun time? I know I am. This is a great time. Actually, you know what? He's really not doing that much. Actually, just kidding. Yes, he is! Please eat the golden apple! Alright, we're gonna drink this regeneration potion just so that I don't have to worry about it. Come on, come here, stupid guy. Actually, this is really easy. What? That's it? That was painfully easy. Oh, and we got a wither head. Look at us! That was so good! Okay, well, that's that, I guess. Now we can go ahead and go back up, craft our beacon. I did do a lot of mining to make sure we have enough blocks to even use the beacon, but that was really good. I'm so proud of myself for not dying immediately. So I believe to craft a beacon, it's just 3 obsidian, 5 glass, and our good old nether star, and we've done it. We have a beacon. I am so happy. Like, you guys have no idea. I'm gonna just throw all these potions, I guess, in here because they might come in handy at some other time. But let's go ahead. I'm also gonna put my elytra back on since now I don't really have to worry about anything killing me that I would need the extra bit of armor for. But let's go ahead, throw some of this stuff away in some chests and whatnot, and we'll go down and set up our beacon. Probably okay. The permanent location is going to be here so that it comes up through the center of the castle. I think that would be the best idea, but I don't know, I really don't know that much how beacons actually work. I don't know if I put it like on this level, would I be able to get the effects from underneath this level? I guess I'm gonna have to research that a little bit, make sure I know what I'm doing before I set it up. But we're gonna go ahead and I have like no space in any of my chests. This is kind of ridiculous. I'm gonna go ahead and let's keep this wither skull in here somewhere safe. Then what was I looking? Oh yeah, all of my blocks. So I know it takes 2 stacks and 36 blocks to get the what am I talking about? Wow, I'm like losing my train of thought. I'm so excited about this stupid beacon. It takes 2 stacks of 64 and then plus another 36 blocks of iron, gold, diamond, or emerald to make the full beacon. So we have that here. We'll have to dip into our diamonds a little bit, but hopefully now that we have the beacon, mining will become a little bit easier. We can get some more stuff at an even faster pace. So I'm gonna go ahead, find a good place to set this up. Okay, so I've gone straight down through the middle of my sandcastle, gone all the way down to bedrock level, and put the beacon. So hopefully Once we get down here to the right level, the block should open up straight to the beacon, and then the beam should head right on up through the skies, and let's see if that happens. Yes! Oh, perfect. Alright, I don't actually have any precious material. I mean, I have diamonds, but I don't really want to use diamonds on this. I guess I can, but thanks. But yeah, so now we have a full beacon. I guess for this first time, let's just go ahead, spoil ourselves, use a diamond, get this nice haste 2 done, and then sweet insta-mine. Woo! I love it. I love it so much. So considering the fact that this beacon actually took all of my iron and gold, I think I might want to do a little bit of a mining session down here just to see what I can get. So I'm going to go ahead and do that before we work on the mob farm, but that is going to be our next project. So in the next clip, we will go ahead and get started on that. So, you know how you, like when you're a little kid and you get a toy for your birthday, all you want to do for the next 2 weeks straight is play with that toy and nobody can tell you or convince you otherwise? That's kind of how I am with this beacon, and let me show you what I mean by that. Instead of working on the mob farm, I decided to clear out this entire area, including the floor, because this area wasn't enough. I had to do one more layer, and I put all the birch slabs in on the floor level. This was totally unnecessary. Like, I didn't need to do this at this point, but it did help me figure out where specifically I want to have this mob farm, because I struggled for a while trying to figure out where it was going to be, because it's a rather large structure, and it had to be underground because I wasn't going to build like a monster floating thing up above ground. That would just totally ruin the aesthetic of my island. So let me show you over here. This is going to be where, like, I guess the collection system and the control, because I do want a way to turn this on and off for when I don't want it running. This is going to be that area. This is definitely not the finished product, by the way. It's going to be a little bit bigger than that, or maybe, I don't know. But the reason I chose that location is because if we zip on up back out to the ocean out here, there's like a really cool cliff side under the water that I think we could make a really cool window at. Right over here. And also this area kind of sticks out nicely because I want as many layers of this thing as possible, so we couldn't do it like in this area because then we'd only have a few layers of the actual mob farm itself. So that's another reason for this location. But this cliffside right here, if I punch a hole in this wall, you'll see, oh, I'm not low enough. I think I have to be like right down here. Yeah, you'll see this is that room. So that is a couple reasons why I chose that location. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop down to the bedrock level, which is level 5, and start clearing out this entire area because it is long overdue. I've been waiting to get this mob farm started for weeks now, even though in the episode it's only been a few minutes, but yeah, this definitely needs to happen very, very soon. So this is just going to be a standard mob farm design, you know, the kind that's like a diamond sort of, so that the water comes out in the middle, flows them all off to the edges, that kind of thing. That's going to be the gist of this mob farm, but I don't really care that much about making it look nice because no one's ever going to see the inside of it. Only the room up at the top for the collection system. So that, I shouldn't have come down here with a full inventory. What was I thinking? That's going to be the part that we focus the decoration on. For this, though, I'm just going to worry about tearing out these layers, and trying to, I guess, get this thing up and functional at some point, hopefully. That's the goal. So I'm going to go ahead, tear out all this space. Should be pretty quick now that we got our nice beacon. I'm so glad we made that investment because it would be terrible to try to do this project without that. So I'm going to continue just working on what we're working on, I guess. Working on tearing out the levels, and then I will come back to you guys once we're ready to put in some of the redstone elements. Alright guys, I'm back, and as you can see, we have this entire area completely dug out. There are 12 layers in total, which I think is a pretty good amount. And then down at the bottom, which I'm not going to jump down there because I don't feel like climbing this staircase all the way back up, there is water flowing into the middle, and then there will be a system where we will kill the mobs by using entity cramming and putting some minecarts down there, because I would use magma blocks like this system normally does, but witches can spawn in here and then they don't die in the magma blocks and then they take up the mob count. So for that reason, we're gonna go ahead and just use some minecarts instead. So the last thing that we need to do right here, actually, we need to put in the killing system first, and then we need to put in all of the redstone, which is very, very, very easy. So that should be a pretty quick step. I don't have any iron on me. Let me see. I probably don't even have enough iron to get these minecarts, unfortunately. So I'll have to see what I have, what I can scrounge up. Maybe I'll buy some from some other members of the server. But let's see here. All right, looks like we are going to have enough iron for these minecarts. So let's just get as many as we can. We'll have to pop a shulker down to transport these, but we need 24 because that is the entity cramming level, and then the 25th mob that would be in the same spot as all these minecarts would start to get killed. So that's why you need 24. Now we have those. I think that's just about all we need. I'm going to take what's left of these iron ingots. Luckily, I have more smelting and stuff, so we should be okay on iron for a little while. But I'm going to take these iron ingots and just in case I need them for rails or something, and head back down here so that we can get our redstone and killing system in place. Okay, with these last few minecarts here, this killing system should be all complete. I'm going to block this up with slabs for now. Eventually this place will look a lot nicer, trust me, but for now I just kind of want to get this thing up and running because I would like to be able to start getting some gunpowder and stuff. So that is all that. Put this stuff all back down on my hotbar or whatever it's called. And I'm going to actually hop into spectator mode real quick and show you guys what this system looks like. Okay, so as you can see, this is all of the platforms currently without any of the redstone stuff on them to activate any water or anything. But in theory, once the mobs spawn on here, there will be a dispenser in the middle that will dispense water. That'll push them off all onto the edges. They'll drop down here, go into here, flow down the middle, and then they'll come down this system, which will then shoot them up these bubble columns all the way up to the little minecart system we just set up. So they'll come this way, drop down, and because there are already 24 minecarts, they will start taking damage because of entity cramming. So that is the whole system for now. There's only a couple chests just because I'm short on iron, and I think I need these other two hoppers to make the redstone clock system that's going to turn this farm on and off. So unfortunately, that's all we could do at the moment. I will expand on this though, because hopefully this will get quite a bit of drops. So let's pop on back into survival mode and we can put in the last few finishing touches. So surprisingly, all you need for this redstone are observers, dispensers, and water buckets. And then just a little bit of extra redstone stuff up at the top to activate them all. But let's see, hopefully I can do this on the first try. I believe the best way to do it is to kind of punch a block through here so that you can put an observer face down so that the little red part is facing downwards. Then you just block yourself back up here, put in a dispenser like so that the hole is facing up, and then you put a water bucket in there, and then when this observer is activated, it should send a signal to here to dispense the water, I believe. Hopefully I've done that right. We'll see, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and throw the rest of this down in here for all 12 levels, and hopefully we should be good to go. Okay, so now that that stuff is all in place, if this works correctly, then removing this block should activate these observers because it will give an update. I heard stuff. Let's see. Yep, that definitely looks like it worked. Alright, so the next step is to put in a little bit of a redstone clock system in here. I'm just going to dig out a little hole right over here, just because this is not a very pretty looking thing, so it's fine if it's just underground. I don't really mind that at all. It's really just so that we can have the option to turn this on and off. Alright, you guys, this mob farm is actually finally finished and working properly, I might add. Took a little while. This is actually the next day, and I have been AFK. You can see me way the heck over there. I'm actually on my spectator account right now to show you the inner workings of the mob farm, but I've been AFK for, I don't know how long specifically, but quite a long time. I was AFK all overnight, and then actually it's probably been a little over 12 hours of AFK. So that's quite a while, maybe even like closer to 16. It's been a long time. So I haven't checked the drops yet. Let's do that at the end, but I want to show you this farm. So right now, as you can see, the water just activated and some stuff is actually getting pushed off, so perfect timing. We can see how this actually works now. It is spider compatible because when I first built it, it was not, so they all come down here, get funneled into this chute. Some mobs get stuck here, which kind of sucks, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. I could probably try to figure out a way to fix it, but that would take a lot more time and effort, and honestly, if this works decently, I'm not too mad at it. But, oh, I hope I don't miss all these mobs dying over here, but they come in here, and they actually, like, jump into the minecarts most of the time. Yesterday, before I logged back on, the minecarts are actually closer to the back end, so maybe I need to get in here and kind of nudge them so that they kind of go towards the back again, so that when stuff falls, they get right into the minecarts. But that's how they die, because there are 24 minecarts there, and then when they sit in there, that means it's the 25th entity, and then the entity cramming feature kicks in, and that's how the mobs get crushed. And then the way this system works now, I finally got a way to switch it on and off reliably. Okay, so, sorry, I had to, like, remember exactly what I did. So, this hopper clock in here, if I can get in here and click on it, it moves this piston back and forth, as you just saw it did that, which means all the water is now pulled back in, and mobs can spawn on here again. And then once this hopper clock runs out, once all of these stone that is in here gets funneled into this hopper on the other side, the piston will move back, power the water, everything will get pushed off. That's how that part of the farm works. And then to stop it, if I want to ever turn this farm off, all I have to do is flick this lever, which will lock this hopper so that the stuff will still leave this hopper, and then the piston will get pushed back, turning the farm off. But then it won't be able to continue this cycle if this hopper is locked. That means stuff won't ever leave this hopper until I flip the lever again. So that is the farm. It is working, I think. I haven't checked the drops, so hopefully this has worked fairly well. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. So basically we have like one full chest of drops from AFKing over one night, which I think is pretty great. Like, it's a lot of like rotten flesh, which isn't the best. Actually, it's kind of a good mix of everything, I suppose. I guess we did get a couple witches to spawn too, because there's some glowstone and glass bottles, but regardless, I think this is good. And the cool thing about this farm is it can be made into a creeper and spider only farm if I wanted to. Or maybe I could convert only a few layers into creeper and spider only, so that we'd have more creepers and spiders spawning than zombies and skeletons, which could be good. I think that might be something we work on, but it's so satisfying watching them all shoot up the tube and then land in the minecart and die. Like, it's just, like, how can you not enjoy this? This is so great. Okay, I need to nudge these minecarts because these guys were not getting stuck in the corners there and despawning before, but you know what? That's alright. 1 or 2 skeletons lost. Not a big deal, but I'm very happy with these results. I think that is going to go ahead and be the end of this episode, though. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you next time.